Have you ever wondered when you are using the web browsers and the websites and you are interacting with the interfaces, what is doing behind the scene? Let me show in this video and I will break down this into step by step. So let's go here. Okay. So when you are clicking on any button or any screen, basically what happened behind the scene is that you are seeing this beautiful interface, but behind this beautiful interface there are some things which we call front end. This is the front end, but there are behind the scenes that are backend, database, server. So what happened when a user like us, when we click on any button, for example this button, it will initiates a request and it will goes to the server connects with the backend server connects, and this will all happen via the API, and it will goes to the database. The API validates that either you are a user or not, verifies something. For example, when you are going into university, a guard validates that you are valid user or not. Simply that. But it is not that simple. It's on APIs. If we set up the auth APIs like authentication, it will just check the email and password from the database, and if the user is okay, it will send the response into JSON, and JSON then front end can catch that JSON response from the API and show in a beautiful screen. But there are multiple things that have the complex business logics as so. For example, if a student has a LMS, learning management system, and he wants to enroll in a course, so when that user initiate a request, then the APIs goes to the request handler and the business logic. It will validate that either this student have paid all the fees, either this student has attended the classes in the last semester or not. So it will validates. So how it validates is a programming language which is called SQL, or other languages as well, but it the main primary is SQL. While using the SQL queries, it validates the data, and it's all happen in the backend in milliseconds. And if it validates, it will show that you are eligible. And for example, if we click at this, assume this button has connected to backend, and then all of these links are stored in the database. It's are not static, it's are dynamic. So what happened when we click, when a user click on this button, a quick request goes to the database from API, and from server connects with the database. The database says that this is a help request from the API, and it has that links. It will sends that links to the API response in a JSON, and API response in a JSON. Front end will catch up and it will shows like this. So this is all about how the internet working. So let's summarize this. So basically, we as a user initiate a request, it will goes from the server, backend server, which is working 24-hour, and we can use for VPS like hosting a VPS or any other things to activate 24 hours. And then when it connects with the server, it connects with the database, so it's validates the logic for that task. For example, if it's a authentication task, it will check that this request, the email and user request is valid, this email is already registered. If it's not registered, it will just simply send a response that this user is not registered, please sign up, and then try again to the login part. So that's how the whole internet's and its request and response works. So let's meet up in the next video with another topics.